Skinny Hardaway 7T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If it's your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button for your boy when you roll on in. We talk this good boxing, sports, MMA, parlays, predictions, MLB, NFL, NCAA football, NCAA basketball, every single day, not just today. Today we here with a double-headed EP. I'm about to give y'all the breakdown on two different games, right? Two different sports. We got a Thursday night football game that's tonight, Buffalo Bills versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we got an MLB World Series EP. We got the Texas Rangers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks in the World Series for the baseball, right? I still ain't decided which one I'm going to knock out first. I guess I'm going to do the football, right? I'm going to try to make this swiftly, right? We're going to try to get this into 30 minutes, into 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Something like that, right? So we go get it popping like that. What's good, Ray Buck? Shout out my girl, Just Jazz. What's good, Just Jazz? My guy, DS. Appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Help get your boy going in the algo. I ain't going to waste too much of y'all time. I'm going to get right into it. We going to start with the Thursday night football game because it's tonight, right? We got the Buffalo Bills coming off a loss versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? So we got Bills versus Tampa Bay. I'm about to pull these records up for y'all so I can hit y'all with the accurate records. Bills versus Tampa Bay. Let me get this ESPN app up for y'all. Y'all know how we like to do it. But yeah, we running through two games. We got Bills and Tampa Bay today, and we got the World Series. I'm excited about the World Series. Texas Rangers versus Diamondbacks, right? But I digress. We got Buccaneers 3-3, and the Bills are 4-3. And if you came into the year right, the Bills being 4-3, that's a bit of a letdown, right? That's a bit of that's a bit of a shocker, right? The Bills, it's like every year people pick the Bills to either go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, to be a threat. They pick Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl, win MVP, have a big year, and it's kind of almost like the Bills. The Bills are like that team, right? They can get right there. But it's like they can't quite get over that hump to where we could call them the elite teams. It's like this football season. We tried to anoint the Bills the best team, right? We tried to anoint Philly the best team, right? We tried to anoint Cowboys the best team, right? We tried to anoint Philly the best team, right? You know what I mean? Is it still Kansas City? It's like this year we're looking for that one team to start to take over and dominate, and neither team has done it quite yet. The Bills are one of those teams that was in that pot, had their name in that pot, in that hat, right? So when the Super Bowl, they've kind of sputtered just a little bit out of the gate, right? Just a little bit. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. 8 people in the building. I got 9 likes. We about to break down two games. We're going to start with the Thursday night football game, Bills in Tampa Bay. And we're going to move right along to the Rangers versus Diamondbacks in that World Series. The first thing I need y'all to do, man, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Get your boy right. Let YouTube know that YouTube talking this good boxing. I ain't going to waste too much of y'all time this morning with this EP. This EP is fluid, so we go get it done. But the Bills have been just a bit of a letdown this year, right? Some people had them pick to win the Super Bowl. I picked them to win the Super Bowl last year, and they kind of let me down a little bit this year. They're sputtering a little worse than they did last year, you know what I mean? At 4-3. They're facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? So we got the Bills versus the Buccaneers. And y'all, honestly, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 3-3, right? They sitting at 500. Do I dare say that the Tampa Bills are doing a little better than I thought? So the TA 3-3. What you mean they're doing better than you thought? I thought the Tampa Bay Bills would be 1-5. I thought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be 0-6. I thought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be getting beat by 40 points in and out every week, in and out, just getting beat. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are actually not. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have actually been rather competitive this year. You know what I mean? In football. Now, while they haven't won every game, right, 3-3, equal amount of wins as losses, they have been competitive in most of these games. Not all, but most of these games, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been competitive, right? And in this game, we got Baker Mayfield, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. We got Josh Allen, 1,800 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So Josh Allen has 3 more interceptions than Baker Mayfield. So far leading the way. Baker Mayfield is questionable for this game. So he missed the last game, but he very well could play this game, right? He's questionable, so we're still kind of wait and see on exactly if Baker is playing, if or isn't Baker playing right in this game, but he is questionable. For the last game, he was doubtful. So questionable is an improvement from doubtful, right? So there's a chance Baker Mayfield could actually play in this game. You got Dalton Knox, the starting tight end for the Bills. He's out. You got one of the backups for the Bills at tight end, Quentin Morris, out. You got Baylor Spector, linebacker for the Bills, out. And Ed Oliver for the Bills, defensive tackle, who plays, a lot of minutes. He's questionable, right? So you got Oliver, who's questionable for the Bills, and then you got Knox, who's out. Knox will be the biggest, missing piece that the Bills got this week, right? He's out, and Oliver very well could play. And Oliver very well could play in the game, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got Kavon Merriweather, starting safety, out. You got guard Matt Freeler, out. You got defensive tackle Vita V, questionable. Baker Mayfield, questionable. Chris Godwin, questionable. And if they're questionable, that means that there is a chance that they could play, right? It's a possibility. About 50-50 is what questionable means, right? With them playing. Doubtful means that they're not playing. Probable means that they're playing. Probable means they're playing. Questionable means it's 50-50, right? So Mayfield is questionable in this, right? So without Baker Mayfield, right, that backup quarterback, I'm not believing in at all. The Bills have the better record, right, in this game. The Bills are at home. The Bills are favored by -9.5, right? While the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do play up to their competition, I think if we're asking them without Baker Mayfield or even an injured Baker Mayfield, to come in here and beat the Bills, that's a tall task. But the Bills did just blow a game that they're supposed to win, right? But for that main reason is part of the reason why I'm picking the Bills not to lose this game, right? Because the Bills got this sour taste in their mouth from losing to a team last week in the Atlanta Falcons, those Buccaneers, and the New England Patriots, in which they were supposed to beat. They lost 29-25. So I know they got a bad taste in their mouth, right? They're going to want to avenge that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost last week to the Falcons, 16-13. And the week before that, they lost 20-16. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been struggling to score points, right, over the last couple of weeks. And the Bills, haven't, right? I just feel like the Bills are all-around better team in this game. And I got the Buffalo Bills money line over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that first game, right? I got the Bills over the Bucks. So what was it? 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Let me drop this in the chat. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Bills over Bucks. Right? I got Bills money line over the Bucks. Right? Bills over Bucks. Money line at 10:30. Let me drop that for video purposes. Put that in the chat. Right, so let's check out the money line for this game because I actually am going to make these plays. Now, the money line is -480. I noticed earlier when I looked over this, the money line for this was -460. So it's 480. So the money is coming in on the Bills, of course. So with this bet, it's best to go and get in it while it's hot. Because by the time that game starts, it's going to be up over -500, right? And don't nobody want to mess with that. It's going to be real ugly then, right? But we got Bills at the -480 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The line is -9.5. Without Baker Mayfield, the Bills most definitely probably would beat this team by 10, right? I think that's a lot of points in the NFL to be trying to cover, right? So I'm not going to mess with the over and under in this game, but I think the Bucks money line is solid enough, right? We take Bucks money line over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight, right? So we're going to move this right on along to Friday, right? We got Friday MLB. It's World Series time. And honestly, it's two teams that I'm pretty sure nobody outside of Arizona, right, had flagged to be in here. There wasn't a lot of people who was high on the Rangers, right, especially the way the Rangers look coming into the playoffs, right? But we got a Rangers versus Diamondbacks playoffs, right? And just to address, you know what I mean, the people who say there ain't no New York in the playoffs, ain't no Dodgers in the playoffs, ain't no Braves. You know, we want Acuna, we want Mookie Betts, we want Aaron Judge, right? And I understand where you're coming from, right? But look at the markets that we have in this playoffs, right? And the fact that baseball viewership has been up this year, right? Look at the two teams and the two markets we have in the playoffs. I mean, in the World Series right now. We got Texas market and the Arizona market. Both of those are large places. So for the people saying, oh, well, ain't nobody going to watch this, I think those people are just mad that their teams aren't in the World Series, right? Because as big as Texas is, as big as Arizona is, if you worried about ratings, then you need to be watching a different sport. Honestly, right? You look at the run that the Rangers went on, and literally the run that the Diamondbacks went on is a magical one, right? You got the Rangers who's that team that spent. They brought in Corey Seager. They brought in Marcus Semien. They brought in Shazier. They brought in Jordan Montgomery, right? They went and got the pieces, traded for them, paid for them, the pieces that they needed. And then you got a team like the Diamondbacks, who most of their players are homegrown, right? They've been there, you know what I mean, for a minute. The little engine that could, Diamondbacks, right? It's crazy, right? We got a World Series where the Rangers feel like the big monster, feel like the villain, feel like the favorite. And the Diamondbacks are the underdog because both these teams are really underdogs. We really got two underdog teams that made it to the World Series. Two wild card teams made the World Series from each side. I think the Diamondbacks won the least amount of games of any team in the playoffs in the regular season, right? They won the least amount of games of any team in the playoffs till date. Did the Diamondbacks. You know what I mean? And they found themselves all the way in the World Series. The Rangers, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. That pitching looks terrible. Their Rangers pitching looked terrible coming into the playoffs. You know what I mean? But as soon as the playoffs started, them Rangers pitchers, they got together, and the Rangers been on fire. We knew what the Rangers' best was, right? The Rangers pitchers turned it on, and they been on fire. And now we here. We got the Diamondbacks, the little engine they could, and we got Texas Rangers who kind of feel like, you know what I mean, was supposed to be here, right? High expectations at the beginning of the year, kind of tailed off, right? They led their division for most of the year. The Astros came at the end of the year, took it back. The Astros got up on them in the playoffs, and it felt like, okay, the Rangers out of here. But the Rangers start their comeback story. Boom. They win Game 7 at the Astros, win Game 6 and Game 7 in Houston to make it to the World Series. We really got two underdog stories in the playoffs, right? But somebody got to be a favorite. In this game, the Rangers are the favorite coming into this, right? Which is expected after the series that they just had, right? Now, the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies. The Diamondbacks beat the Phillies, which ain't easy, right, at all. But it's the way that the Rangers just beat the Astros. A lot of people had the Astros pick to win the World Series, especially since, you know, the playoffs started. A lot of people, big time people, right, big pundits, big show people, right, YouTubers, or you talking about mainstream, ESPN, CBS, Fox, all of them. A lot of people had the Astros team to pick to win the ship. And what the Rangers did to them, you know what I mean, was a beautiful thing. So I understand the Rangers being the favorite in the first game at home. The Rangers are minus 168 favorites at home. The over and under is set at 8.5. You got Zach Gallen on the mound for the Diamondbacks, and you got Evilati on the mound for the Rangers. Let's head over to these stats, right? So I can give it to y'all the right way. Right, so I can give it to y'all the right way. We got Evilati and we got Zach Gallen on the mound. Their playoff record so far, Zach Gallen is 2-2, and Evilati is 4-0. Zach Gallen's ERA is 5.24. Nathan Eovaldi's ERA is 2.42, right? For my people who really don't know, that means Zach Gallen is not pitching really well right now, and Eovaldi is, on fire right now. You got a whip at 148 for Zach Gallen, which is high, right? And then you got Eovaldi at 0.96, which is a beautiful ERA, right? About the same innings pitched, 22 to 26, more for Eovaldi. Eovaldi gave up less hits and more innings, more strikeouts. Eovaldi gave up less hits and more innings, more strikeouts, and more innings, 28 strikeouts to 13, and only 4 more innings, right? Zach Gallen has given up 6 home runs to Eovaldi's 2 home runs, right? So the pitching breakdown, Eovaldi right now is playing as the better pitcher. Eovaldi has the edge in the pitching battle right now. Zach Gallen is actually struggling right now, right? It's game 1. He's at Texas, right? I'm going pitching edge, Eovaldi. That's what I was thinking before going in, and I'm running down and crunching the numbers. Eovaldi has been on fire. You know what I mean? Zach Gallen has struggled a bit. I didn't realize that Zach Gallen was 2-2 in the playoffs, and he has a 5 ERA. You know what I mean? That's not good, especially going up against these Rangers batters, right? And who just hung up 9 on the Astros, right? Who just ran through the Verlanders and things like that. So Zach Gallen is in a tough spot right here. He in a tough spot right here, if I do say so myself. The Rangers got Mitch Garver day-to-day, the catcher, right? So he may or may not play. He's day-to-day, just depending on what. But in this game, I'm leaning the Rangers at home. I think the Rangers bats, right, are going to come to play. And I think, Zach Gallen's going to be in for a long day. You know what I mean? Eovaldi, like I was saying earlier, he's been on point. I think the Rangers have the batters edge. And I'm about to go through these batters lists, right, because a lot of these Diamondbacks batters, right, a lot of people don't know. And a lot of these young guys on the Texas Rangers, they've been playing their ass off. You know what I mean? These playoffs, like Young and those young guys, they've been playing their ass off. What's good, BC? Shout out to my guy BC, my guy DP, my girl Quick. I see y'all in the building. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through, right? But the bats are probably, at the top of the batting list, right? I think it's pretty even, right? But I think the depth of the Rangers batters, right, are going to be able to see them through today. Then you got Eovaldi pitching out his mind. Zach Gallen struggling a little bit. I think the Rangers going to be able to going to be able to win this, right? But it's not going to be easy, right, for the Rangers, because those Diamondbacks bats are on fire right now. That lineup, you know what I mean? That lineup right now is something vicious. You got Guerrero, who struggled like earlier, right, in the series, and now who just can't stop hitting home runs, right? Guerrero just can't stop hitting home runs. Like you can't pay Guerrero, right, to stop hitting home runs right now. You got Christian Walker, who been cooking all season. He kind of just took that thing right into the playoffs, having missed the beat, right, for the Diamondbacks. And you got Ketel Marte. He has been smoking. If the Diamondbacks are going to win this series, it's going to have a lot to do with that bat of Ketel Marte. He been smoking. You got the rookie Corbin Carroll. You know what I mean, for the Diamondbacks right now. He been smoking. And then you got Marino also, who been rolling. So at the top of these batting, batting the best hitters in this, at the top of this batting list for the Diamondbacks, you got some serious, you know what I mean, hitters at the top of this list, right? Now the Rangers hitters, more people are familiar with the Rangers hitter. I mentioned a few of them earlier, Seager, Simeon, right? But you got these young guys for the Rangers who've been rolling, like Carter, and then you got the young guy, Jean. Those guys been Tavares, right? Those guys been rolling. They pick their best up, and once they pick their best up, those Rangers runs start to go from like 6 runs, 7 runs, right? 5, 6, 7 runs to like 8, 9, 10 runs. And when you get the Rangers in that 8, 9, 10 run range, it's hard to beat them, right? You got Seager, Simeon, Dolis Garcia, right? You got Garver, right? The mainstays at the top of the list, kind of like the Diamondbacks. But I think once you get into the bottom of the Rangers, right? Jonah Heim, Nathan Lowe, Jean Tavares, I think that's that's going to make the difference in this game. And I got Rangers in this game over the Diamondbacks at home money line. The money line right now for the Rangers is minus 168. Right, we go hop on that money line. The Rangers money line at 168. Right, so we got Rangers money line at 168 is what 22.20 right now. So 22.20. We got Rangers money line, right, for time step purpose. Right. At 22.20, we got Rangers money line over the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I ain't gonna hold up too much of y'all time, right, with this particular EP, because I got something I gotta do. But when I get back, I'm gonna come back on about noon, maybe 1. We gonna talk about this Amanda Serrano card, right? And we gonna break down the boxing cards for Saturday, right? So I'm gonna drop those boxing EPs when I get back. Along the way, right, once I get up off here, if y'all haven't checked out my parlay and predictions, for the NBA, college football, NFL, stuff like that, y'all make sure y'all check out all the parlay and predictions, right? I'm gonna drop the Friday NBA games as well today. I already got the first 4 chopped up. I'm gonna be dropping them soon, like soon when I get off here. I'm gonna be dropping, a parlay prediction and video for the NBA games Friday. If you haven't checked out my parlay and predictions, for the games today, make sure y'all go check that out because I already dropped them. Go to the video section. Y'all look through there, John. Y'all can find what you're looking for. For my gamblers, I've been on fire, right? My college football rolling, my NBA, I was 8-4 yesterday. I won both college football games that came on yesterday. I won the first 2 college football games that came on Tuesday as well. We've been rolling. So y'all go ahead, hop on this train, and get some of this money. But just to give y'all a recap, right, I'm going to give y'all the rundown at 24 pick rundown, right? 24 minutes. Pick rundown is at 24:15, right? Just to give y'all the rundown real quick. In the first game, NFL Thursday night game, we got the Bills money line over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Bills are just a better overall team. They're going to have a little salt in their mouth from how they lost their game last week. And I think they're going to take it out on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield is questionable, so he could or could not play, right? Tampa Bay has struggled to score over the last 2 games. I got Bills money line in that. And then the Rangers and Diamondbacks, the Rangers are at home. They got Evilati on the mound. It's going to be Evilati versus Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen has been struggling. Evilati has been rolling. Those Ranger bats have been rolling. So have those Arizona Diamondbacks bats, right? But I'm going with the pitching of the Rangers in this, and I'm going with the depth. At the top of the line, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers are about even as far as the bats, right? But I think as you get on down the line, I think the Rangers batters are just a tad bit stronger, and I think that's going to get them through this game today. So I got Texas Rangers money line over the Arizona Diamondbacks, and that's a Friday game. The baseball game is a Friday game. But I'm going to go and get up out of here, Skin Holloway Southern Tea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Look, make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all tell a friend, tell a friend.